Flooding in Tillamook County has always been here, at least since I was a kid. It's moving. Let's start with the mitigation part of the county's plan. The mitigation efforts are working. The loss of property, the loss of animals, the loss of life has been minimized because of the mitigation efforts of the county. And I applaud Tillamook County for taking a lead in solving one of the issues when it comes around flooding in particular. I sit on the emergency operation team. I deal with the emotional side, the human side of a disaster, sitting in the emergency operation team. During the middle of the night, when the floodwaters are rising, I'm called into that team. I'm sitting next to Gordon McCraw, marvelous emergency management director, and we start dealing with the flooding issues. We start dealing with the infrastructure. We start taking in phone calls on the personal side of those flooding events. Tillamook County has always been strong. We have come together under that cooperation. We are solving the problems through mitigation. And as we look at the Project Exodus, as we look at acquiring land, as we look at moving of levees to open up that floodwater, to extricate it, to we looking at the FEMA buyout properties on North 101, especially in that basin, we're solving the problems. It gives us opportunities to create anew as well. All is not lost because we're starting to create new enterprises, new zoning, looking at our land use issues. And again, it goes back to the mitigation that the county has placed and worked on for years and years and years. We're getting pretty proficient at this, and we will continue to be proficient. When we talk about the Tillamook County budget, I have spent several hours with Karen Dye and trying to figure out the intimacies of that budget. She created that budget. It was approved by the Board of County Commissioners, but it passed through a budget review committee. There's a lot of people that are involved and a lot of input that is coming in to the Tillamook County budget. It is a tight, tight budget. Mr. Lappart presented every one of the candidates with a breakdown of what are the mandated services that are coming out of the state. There's not a lot of room in the general fund for other issues that are, and to make sure that we have the priorities in place. Public safety to me is a high priority. It is extremely important to have our citizens safe. As we look at that budget, as I reviewed that budget, as I continue to learn the intimacies of that budget, oh my gosh, it's tight. So do we cut expenditures? That means delivery of service are going to be impacted? Wow. We're so lean right now, folks. We're so lean. So what do we need to do? We need to increase revenue. How do we increase revenue? We go out and looking at the economic development side of the equation and push and push and push. We have these industries here. I see a lot of circulation going around tourism. It's marvelous. But we have timber, we have dairy, we have forestry, we have fisheries. What are we doing around those industries? Can we create that same energy around those industries? And looking at those satellites. One of the experiences that I just had is the Tillamook Air Museum. I went out to pick up my wife, and there was a marketing team from Newport trying to solicit the Air Museum down to Newport. Powerful, powerful committee. It included a county commissioner. It included the mayor and council and the EDC director and the chamber director. And they were out soliciting. Light bulb, simple light bulb went on. We need to have that same energy around all of our industries. That's how we can get Tillamook to grow even in these tough economic times. Yes, that budget is tight. Yes, there's not a lot of room in that budget. Yes, the roads are an issue, but if we don't look at growth, if we don't take and find them, I learned a simple philosophy. It's called Kaizen. It's a Japanese philosophy in business. Simply says, find the blockages and fix it. Even within strained budgets, we can definitely find the blockages, and we can fix it. And at the review committee, the budget review committee, and now we have a new treasurer in the office that presents the budget to the county, and we can scrutinize those budgets, and we can scrutinize it, but that means impacting services that are already strained. We need to look in a different direction, folks. We really need to look at moving this county forward, and that's where my talents can come in. That's where my passion can come in. That's where my vision can come in. Cooperation and coordination, and together with the current administration, the new treasurer sitting there, looking at the intimacies of the budget, looking at how we can grow around our industries, and looking at the associations that can come in to support. Because ultimately, I want to bring the best of Tillamook County back to Tillamook County as the youth leave our area. We need them back. We need to create that energy to bring the youth back, and we need to grow Tillamook County. It is an amazing place that we live in, folks. But together we can change and grow and mature beyond our wild imaginations. As we close up this interview, in order for me to be an effective county commissioner, I need your vote. You hear my passion. You know this is my home county. This is my home city. This is where I was born. This is where I came back. This is where I work with the most disenfranchised in Tillamook County through the Salvation Army. When 10,127 people come through my doors on an annual basis, that means we have some blockages. But in order for me to help fix those blockages, I need your vote. Thank you.